Time now for the Zack Martin Show, brought to you by Ford, official vehicle of the Dallas Cowboys. Ford is the best in Texas. As Zack Martin joins you now here on 105.3 The Fan. And a good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
We're doing wonderful. And what are you hearing about the weather? Looks like it's not going to be too bad of a day up there, huh?
Yeah, it looks like if we can dodge the rain, it looks like it'll be a pretty good day up there in December.
Is there ever a time where it's okay for an offensive lineman to wear long sleeves?
I have never worn long sleeves.
You're a true American hero.
I would never accuse you, but a teammate, like you're looking at your teammate side eye when you see the big man throw on the.
There was one. I think it was the year before I got here,
Chicago,
2013 Chicago. That was the one everyone always talked about.
Yeah.
Where everyone rocked the sleeves.
Yeah. Were you worried about people grabbing you, Zach? I mean, just grabbing onto it. Is that the biggest problem?
I don't know. I'm just not. I just never wear them, so I'm not really I just am not comfortable wearing them, so I just rock with what I go with.
Do you ever like to do the pregame tone setter where you just go fully shirtless on the field and warm ups?
No one needs to see
so
that.
That's a no go.
No, that's a no go.
Okay.
Maybe you gotta feel good. You gotta feel comfortable.
I feel the same. Well, you can wear a stocking cap and no shirt, and you probably get away with it, right?
It's a good.
I don't know. I don't have like that's a receiver thing. They're trying to show the body off a little bit. That's not. I can't really.
We're not all Tyron Smith.
Right, or Tyron.
Yeah,
better yet, Tyron with a six-pack.
Yeah, I want to ask you about that. In the locker room, every time the video from DallasCowboys.com, it's always shirtless Tyron standing behind McCarthy. The game ball. He's just kind of like standing there like a guard. And I'm like, okay, he's figured out this is his bit.
Yeah,
right?
he's 310 pounds with a six-pack. I mean, it's just not. It's not fair.
I'd probably walk in with my shirt off.
Yeah, I'd probably play with my shirt off.
Hey, how are you feeling? There was that one snap you got up a little gingerly. Brian and I are looking at each other like, get up, Zach. We need our guy to be okay.
Yeah, I was good. I got clipped a little bit there in the ankle, but no, I'm fine. I was just catching a breather there on the turf.
I like that. Hey, speaking of clipping, come on, man. You get your head across. It's not clipping right there, right?
Yeah, I know. That was
what kind of call is
the
that?
cutting rules are tough because it's kind of gray. Like, you used to be able to cut whenever, wherever. And now, there's the tackle box deal. And, obviously with that getting called last week, it kind of puts up a little bit of a, man, I don't know when we can cut.
We were joking about the cold weather there in Buffalo, and hopefully it is good. I think 48 degrees is the report right now. But what do you guys do to try and prep for the elements?
Well, we've actually got some cool weather down here this week. So, Coach is big on being outside on the grass and practicing the elements. As you guys probably know, our field and how it's situated is a natural wind tunnel.
Yeah, with all those buildings right around you.
Right, so we get the wind effect quite a bit.
Zack Martin's with you here on 105.3 The Fan. Well, I mean, we do have to say congrats and thank you for whooping the Eagles like that, man. That was glorious. How was your experience?
Thank you. Yeah, that was fun, man. That was a lot of fun. And, anytime you get a big division win like that, it's great. But, I think there's got to be a little bit more of an emphasis this week to, lock back in. We're going up to Buffalo playing a good Buffalo team. And although that win was great, it was just one win. And we got to lock in because, a lot of times you see, a little bit of a lull coming off a win like that. So, we're guarding against that, and everyone's very aware of that.
Eagles definitely look like they're in a lull compared to where they were. Did you think about how different they were, or were they much different to you? I guess that's a good question.
No, I mean, I think we attacked them a little bit differently, which was, I felt was good for the, great for the offense. We were able to run the football a little bit, and obviously, and then, Dak again spot on and getting those guys the ball. But, I think overall we just played a cleaner game, and I think we still left some out there, which is, L-Dub, our tight ends coach, always says, don't get discouraged, get encouraged. So I think, we're encouraged after watching that tape and seeing we still got some plays out there we can make.
Hey, Zach, not a common opponent again this week. Is there – and I know the way you guys prep, but is there any bit more that you have to do when it's like, I mean, we haven't seen these guys, or I don't remember going against Ed Oliver that much, and what can I take from this? I mean, is there any more that you have to do, or is it's just pretty consistent with how you do it week to week?
Yeah, I think you got to be on the details a little bit more when you're watching the film. I mean, I can speak, like, for example, last week when you're watching the Eagles, you're definitely you're definitely watching a lot of tape and their structures and how guys play, but you have that familiarity with them and kind of different tells or tendencies of the guy you're going against. So obviously Buffalo, I don't think we've played since 2019. So, got to put a little extra time there in the film room and really hone in on the details. We did play them on 19. They have a lot of on defense. They've got some of the same guys. So definitely took a look at that film. But yeah, I'd say just a little bit more on the tape and the details of it, because like you said, we don't see these guys very often.
When you haven't been to Buffalo, I think since what, 2015?
I think 15 was the last time we went to Buffalo, and that was a cold, rainy one.
So when you go to a stadium, maybe for the first time, or if it's like this, you haven't been there in almost a decade, do you have any different routine? Do you get out there a little earlier and check out the field or anything?
No, I just stick to my normal pregame routine. Wherever we're at.
What is a like a road trip night before the game, Saturday night, team hotel? Like, can you take me inside that for a minute? Is it a bunch of team meetings? Are you guys hanging out together? We playing video games?
Yeah, Coach McCarthy is awesome with our scheduling, and he's got the philosophy that 24 hours before the game, everything's in, and that's your time to get your mind right and get ready to play. So yes, we do have meetings, but we're not sitting in there for an hour or 2 hours. We're in there, quick team meeting. Coach gives us kind of his final message, and then cuts us loose to start getting our minds right. But yeah, just kind of hanging out, having dinner with the guys, and then getting back to the room and just decompressing a little bit, getting a good night's sleep.
All right, Zach, it's about to be holiday season. That means everybody's giving each other gifts over there. As we talked about with Zeke, he gave you the Gators.
Yes.
But do you think about that? Do you kind of let yourself, I know you're getting ready for a big-time game, but you kind of drift and think about, I wonder what I'm going to get this year kind
Slide
of thing?
deck, the Christmas wish list.
Maybe like, maybe a Lear jet or something like that,
God, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, travel back and forth between Indianapolis and the places.
That would be badass. Yeah, I mean, we do. I can speak on the offensive line. We do a nice white elephant gift exchange every year between the offensive line. So that we'll do that next week. So definitely got to get out and get the gift, and it's a pretty good time.
Is there a limit on the funds you're allowed to spend?
We do. We put a limit on it, but it's we do the old stealing gifts. A younger guy can't steal from the older guy.
Oh.
And all the way starts with the youngest guy on the O line, and then works its way up to Tyron, and so no one can steal. If someone's older than you, you can't steal them.
So Awesome Richards is pretty much hosed. Is that what you're saying?
He's hosed. Yeah, if he opens up, I won't say last year the first gift open. I won't throw anyone under the bus, but it was a last minute gift. Let's just say that it was evident it was a last minute gift, and the first person who opened it was pretty much screwed because he knew no one was going to steal it and was stuck with it. So we're rallying this year to make sure we got no last minute gifts.
Do we have substitute gifts? If somebody does go last minute, you're like, hey, listen, man, I got a better gift for you in the back.
I got a backup gift?
Yeah, I got a backup. Come on my locker. I'll give you a backup.
Yeah. Well, me and Tyron usually get something for everyone, and then we do.
Yeah, there you go.
We do the little gift exchange, so you're not leaving empty-handed.
That's good leadership right there as we're talking with Zack Martin. Now, does this happen at the Star or at somebody's house? Or?
Well, we usually go to someone's house. So it's either me or Tyron's house, and get the fellas together, have a nice dinner, and then do our gift exchange.
Are you good on time still?
Yeah.
Good? You don't got to go anywhere
no.
yet? Okay, cool. Mike let you out a little early today, huh? That's kind of nice.
Yeah, we're on the winter schedule, so we get done a little tad earlier than we normally had.
Okay, cool. Because I just had one other serious football question, as best as I can do in that department anyway, Zach. The Bills' defense, it looks pretty average in a lot of categories, but nobody's really lit them up other than Philly. So my question is like, how good is that Buffalo defense when you're looking at it going in?
Man, it's I tell you what, it's the trend in the NFL. Every team has got a really good defensive line and some premier type players, right? Like when you turn the tape on Ed Oliver, 91 pot, like just jumps off the film, and elite quickness for an interior guy, and then you got. They got the Jordan Phillips and they brought in Linville Joseph for some beef in there, but and then obviously the guys on the edge. Yeah. Floyd's having a nice year, Vaughn and those guys. So really when you turn the tape on again, it's a group that really leans on that front four.
Would you make it a point to get some buffalo wings while you're out there?
Yeah, remember Scott Sandard, our nutritionist. So I think we got some, may have some wings coming post game. So
There you
hopefully
go.
we can
hell
earn
yeah.
the wings.
Anchor bar,
and-
hopefully, yeah.
Do you go blue cheese or you a ranch guy?
I mean, I'm a ranch guy. I
Yes.
know it's frowned upon.
No, it's not.
No,
It's
no,
not.
you're
Good
good,
take.
man. You're
but
good.
I'm a ranch all the way.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm ranch as well for most things, unless it's a hot wing. Then I'll go with the buffalo.
Okay.
My buddy Eric, we fight about this all the time. I do want to ask you about Tyler Smith. Give him some love here real quick because I don't think we've been giving Tyler Smith enough credit. I mean, you're watching him. This dude is playing nasty. He's putting people on their ass. When you guys are in your offensive line meetings, what's the talk going with how Tyler's playing?
Oh yeah, we giving him a ton of love in that O-line room, and God, he is just he's a special athlete and has elite play strength. He's a good sized guy. He's not like the biggest guy, but when he gets his hands on someone or someone's trying to run through him and he gets his hands on him, you're not going to move the guy. And we see that's in pass pro, but in the run game, I mean, his physicality and the way he can roll his hips and get underneath people. If you take Tyron out of the mix, don't think of Tyron. He's got it about as a high of a ceiling as I've been around.
Zack Martin here with you on the Fan, wrapping up here. Christmas is around the corner. I'll be out next week, Zach. So I want to ask you this question: are you making plans to be the family Santa? Is that still the dad's domain? How's that go over there at the Martin house?
You mean like dress up as Santa?
Yeah. Would you ever do that?
I'm not opposed to it. My father-in-law usually come down for Christmas, and he usually packs his Santa costume. So he's done that the last couple of years for my kiddos.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yep.
And my final question for you today, sir, is have you got these wide receivers coming over and getting blocking tips from you? Because it seems like when you get Gallup and Tolbert and these guys, Cooks on the edge, man, these guys are getting some helmet stickers. Some of the blocks they're throwing out there.
Absolutely.
I think you guys need to take a lesson or two from how they're blocking on the edge, that perimeter.
Oh, seriously. And really, that's a great point. And they've been awesome this year. And when you look at the best run teams around the league, it's the receivers getting in there and digging those guys out because, these safeties are so good at their run fits. And a lot of times, no one is accounted for them up front. It's receivers, putting in that extra effort to dig them out and giving the back a second to make a cut and get gone. So, the receivers are a huge part of our run game. They've done a great job this season.
Well, thank you so much, Zach. Have a great time up there in Buffalo.
Well, I appreciate y'all. Talk next week.